One of the greatest things you can do to improve your health and your overall diet is to make your food. Making meals is one of the greatest ways to be in control of what is going into your body. One way that I really try to share with people to make a quick change is to find and look and be aware of the things that you eat that are in a bag or in a box or somehow prepared for you. You want to watch for highly processed foods for sure, but even items like these granola bars or energy bars that you might purchase to have, even if they are, quote, the healthy kind, they have more sugar than you probably would want to be having. They might have some other ingredients that are preservatives. Now, I'm not going to lie. I didn't just buy these just for this video. I have these and they're sometimes my go-to if I have not made my energy balls that I'm gonna show you today. But I really do try to make an effort to have these on hand because they're so easy to make. I try to make a big batch over the weekend and just package them up so I have them ready to go. But do I have those in my glove box in my car? Yes, I do. I'm just gonna be real with you on that one. Let me show you how easy this is. All right, we're at 1 minute. I'm gonna see how quick this can go. 1 minute, 20 seconds. Let's see how fast. The first thing I wanna show you, these are gonna be a cocoa energy bite. They're so good. We're gonna start with 1/3 cup of cashews and 1/3 cup of almonds. I've just put them here together and I'm going to put them in my food processor. My food processor has already made a batch, so that's why it's already looking chocolatey in there. And I'm going to process this just enough to pulse it up and have it be not a nut butter, but just broken up quite a bit. Let me just turn it on here. You can hear it's pretty loud right now. When it starts to get a little quieter, then you know you're at the right spot. Hear that? Hear that change? So right now, it's just like a real crumbly consistency, kind of like a coarse sand. Little tiny pebbles, maybe, would be a good description. How about that? How about I show you? So that's about where those are at this point. All right, so my nuts are in there. The next thing I add is a cup of oats. These are just whole oats, and I buy those in bulk. I make a lot of overnight oats, which I love, and then these energy bites, a lot of them require an oat as well. So I've got my oats, I have my nuts in there. I'm gonna add 1/3 cup of cocoa, and that's where the deliciousness is gonna come into play here. Where did I just put my spoon? Here it is. 1/3 cup of oats. I'm sorry, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. So 1/3 cup of almonds, 1/3 cup of cashews, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, a cup of oats. All right, all looking good there. And then to add sweetness, no sugar in this, absolutely no sugar. To add sweetness, we're going to use pitted dates. Pitted dates are so sweet and they give a consistency that's going to make it so we can roll these into little bites for ourselves. You want to be sure to get pitted ones or pit them yourself. And I highly recommend doing a little quality control and making sure they're pitted by just slicing them in half. I have learned the hard way that it will ruin your blade of your food processor if there's one little pit in there. So I always now just cut mine in half just to make sure. Yes, it said it's pitted, but yeah, somebody missed one time and wrecked my food processor. So I just cut these in half, add them in here. All right, so we've got some great complex carbs here with our dates and our oats. We've got great protein with the nuts, the cocoa. There's been some great studies about the benefit of chocolate. So we've got that in there as well, making it taste delicious as well. And we're going to now process this again. And I'm just gonna do it until it's all blended up. All right, it's all looking blended up, but it's still really crumbly. There's no way this is really gonna turn into a ball. You can see it's still pretty powdery. So I'm going to add some water to this. So I'll just put my cover back on, and just in the top hole here, I'm just gonna stream in some water until I see that it's at the consistency that I can roll it. So I'm kind of waiting for it to kind of ball up a little bit, get a little bit clumpy, kind of make this noise in there. Yeah, see how it all turned into one big ball? It's all on one side of the food processor. Let me show you. It all landed over there. Then I know it's ready to go. So then you just take little bits and roll it up, and voila, you have your little energy bite right here. Now, I highly recommend putting these in small containers, little baggies, little small containers that you might have, to make sure that you're not overeating these, because they're really good and you're gonna want more than one. So I package them usually in packages of 2 to 4 and put them in my freezer, and then I have them to just grab and go and have when I need them. These actually feel a little bit, you can taste them and you decide. If you feel like they're too moist, you can add some more oats. This is not a perfect recipe. You can play around with it. If you want to add some cinnamon, you can add cinnamon. If you want to add some coconut, you can add coconut. Just make it your own. So here it is, 1 cup of oats, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder, 1/3 cup of almonds and of cashews, and 12 dates. That's it. Took us no time at all to make this, about 5 minutes. And that was with a lot of talking. So think about what you have that's packaged in your day, and can you come up with a quick recipe to make it yourself and be in control? We got no sugar in this bad boy, no preservatives, nothing that I wouldn't want to put into my body. I hope you give it a try, and I think you'll enjoy them. Let me know how you make out. Thanks.